Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's had a great week. That's when you'll be seeing this video. It's very late, so it is what it is. But if you saw my community post, then you know how I feel about the Variety article concerning the DCU and where it's going from here. And I was almost like, is this even worth a video? Is this even worth talking about? Because it's like regurgitating the same shit again and again and again and again and again. Because why? WB doesn't what? They don't what? They don't learn their lesson. That's correct. 100 points for you. Shout out to TMM because he made a video on this article recently. And I didn't even know this was a thing. And then I saw it on my Instagram feed not too long later. So shout out to him for the partial inspiration behind this video. I'm gonna focus on the part that I care about in this Variety article. Basically, they recount all the debacle that has taken place with the DCU. They recount, or not recount, but they recap The Rock's relationship with WB, and they kind of talk about how that went to smithereens because of The Rock's ego and money, whatever, same old, same old. But this is the part I care about. The part that's basically summarized in my community post. So it starts with, as for what else Gunn and Safran have planned for DC's future, sources describe it as a broad but not blanket reset. Hmm. So why was Cavill booted again? If it was a broad but not blanket reset, like we were all led to believe this entire time. Like, what was all the pandemonium some weeks ago? Moving forward, moving forward. At this point, nothing is ruled out. Given that Miller has stayed out of trouble since beginning mental health treatment in the summer, some executives are amendable to continuing with the actor as the world saving speedster after The Flash bows on June 16th. Are you fucking kidding me? Why is that name even in conversation? Why is that even a consideration? And my thing is like, why am I surprised by this? Why am I surprised by these sentiments? Because these are the same execs that have stayed quiet when Ezra was being a menace and committing crime after crime after crime. They were silent. They were complicit because they weren't applying a consequence to what they were doing. And on top of that, you protected this man. And I said it in my Superman rant. So you're going to protect a criminal, but boot out Cavill, boot out Godot, Affleck in the air. You have pushed and fought more for this Flash film than Man of Steel 2, Wonder Woman 3, a solo Batman film with Ben Affleck's Batman. Like, this is really insane. And I'm telling you, any of this stuff, if it comes to fruition, I'm gone. I already have one toe out the door. Let any of this come true, especially with Ezra. I will put my whole foot, then my body. I will launch myself out the door. I'm done. Because it's ridiculous at this point that this is even conversation. What do you like, amendable? Like, really? 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 Okay. Okay, moving forward. Aquaman, Shazam, Blue Beetle, and Gunn's Peacemaker series for HBO Max could all have a place at the table. Really? Let's go down the list. We'll start from Peacemaker, which references events and characters from the Snyderverse and what came before. But you want to keep that in. You want to make that make sense. What? No. If you're going to do a blanket reset or even a broad reset, your projects need to be included in that, especially James Gunn's projects, because you reference things from the Blue Beetle. Who the fuck cares about Blue Beetle like that? I'm sorry. Don't get it twisted. I am happy that he's getting a solo film. I think it's cool. But in the grand scheme of things, who cares? You want to make that make sense, but not your Trinity because that isn't secure. Like, huh? I'm just so I'm ooh. Shazam and Aquaman. No. No. And I know why you mentioned those two particular films because when you look at those films, they don't really reference anything from the greater DC universe. I mean, Aquaman even retcons its own continuity or the continuity by making it seem like Aquaman had never met Mara in his life, even though they met prior in Justice League. But I digress. I get why you chose those films. But no, no, nobody is that gun ho and interested in how those two will progress in this shamble of a universe, this mess of a universe. Like what? Again, you want to make that make sense, but your Justice League is in shambles, and most importantly, your Trinity is in shambles. Nah, buddy. It's not gonna work. Nobody, no. This is the shit I'm talking about with DC. All of this is cherry picking. And I said this in a previous video. You cannot cherry pick. This is the problem I have. Every time they try to course correct, you want to fucking cherry pick. And that is why I was on board with a full on reboot because it's a fresh slate. You want to do the full on reboot? Then let's fucking do it. Commit to the bit. Commit to the bit, but they're not going to do that because they can't help but to cherry pick. You can't pick and choose aspects of your universe to carry over into the future and expect me as an audience member to be like, yeah, it's fine, it's good, it's not discombobulated at all, it's not disjointed, it looks fabulous on paper and on screen as you try and stretch your limbs far as can be to make it make sense. No, no. And connect it all together. No, no, we're not interested in that. We're not. And then to end it off, and in a testament to the notion that no Hollywood relationship is ever truly severed, Batgirl directors are open to working with Warner Brothers down the road. Hmm? We're fans of DC, and if we get the chance in the future to do something in that universe, we're never going to say no. I mean, of course, our only condition is that the movie needs to come out. That's your only condition? Because they literally wasted your time, but you would still trust them as employers? Like, huh? Like they didn't even have faith in your project from the beginning. Ooh, child. It's a hot, flaming what mess. I'm finished. I'm done. Whatever. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.